Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be rating every player's performance from Tottenham Hotspur's 2-1 win over Fulham at home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to give Spurs yet another win in the Premier League and to keep us unbeaten as we head into the 2022-2023 season, giving us our best start in over 13 years. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel to help us keep growing, keep making great content for you guys, and keep supporting Tottenham Hotspur. Make sure you like the video if you enjoy our content and comment down below who your man of the match is. Without further ado, let's start with goalkeeper and captain Hugo Lloris.
I'm going to rate Hugo Lloris a 7.5.
I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well.
At times, he really saved us. Late in the game, he pulled out those top-notch saves. Those that one deflected shot from Mitrovic after, Fulham had to bounce back. Mitrovic had scored that goal. Lloris made a really good save off a deflected shot.
He was also just generally very good today. And for a guy who's been here 10 years, he just does not let up. Obviously, he's had his shaky moments at times. The Chelsea incident with Trippier and the World Cup incident, although he was not actually playing for Tottenham, he's playing for France, but he's still such a good keeper, and today he showed his value yet again, basically saving us from having a draw or even a loss to Fulham. But yeah, great keeper and a great performance today. Let's move on to our first center back, starting with newcomer into the squad, Clement Lenglet.
I'm going to rate him an 8.
I'm going to give him an 8 as well.
He did superb today. For his first Premier League start for Spurs, he did really well. Really solid defensively, really composed when he had the ball in possession. And just in general, he was very solid today.
He reminded me just of like a better version of Davies, a more solid version of Davies, which is going to be very important because if we have two similar players, we know Davies can hold up on that left side. He's very good, but he does have the occasional mistake. So if Lenglet is just him but without the mistakes, we could be set on that left center back side.
Yeah, we just have to figure out how to buy him.
Yeah, I hope the price isn't too high because Barcelona, we know they're in a financial pit, basically. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky hassle to get him out of the new camp. But at least this is a good start by loaning him away. I don't think there's a buy option, though. Let's move on to our regular center back, Eric Dier.
I'm going to rate him a 7.5.
7.5 for me as well.
Eric Dier was also really solid today. Maybe he was a little shaky for the goal, where he just stood back and he
should have come out a little bit.
And challenged Mitrovic a little more. Same thing with Kuti. But other than that, they were pretty solid today.
Yeah. Dier did have that one chance, I think. Who put the cross in? Maybe Richarlison or Emerson. They swung a cross in from the right side, went through like 6 Fulham players, and right to Dier, who was just leaning back a little bit, could not get his foot to go on the ball to go where he wanted, and skied it over the bar.
Yeah, I remember that.
But it was a good chance. And he was just very solid defensively. And I've heard that Gareth Southgate is considering his choices with center backs after his recent failures with some English center backs, and looks to bring Eric Dier back into the squad for the Nations League games that's coming up in September. And that could mean he'll be there for the World Cup.
Possibly.
Which would be very huge for a guy who got his career basically... He lost it, and then he got it back under Mourinho, mainly. And then Conte, with that center back position. Let's move to our last center back, and right back into the squad after his injury, Cristian Romero.
I'm going to rate him a 7.5.
7.5 for me as well. He was solid for most of the game. Of course, an early yellow card.
He was just basically almost the same as Dier. Solid pretty much the entire game. Could have done better for the goal Mitrovic scored again. Could have closed him in more.
Yeah.
He just
stood off a little bit too much.
Past them.
Yeah, and didn't make any effort to recover. But other than that, he basically nullified a lot of Fulham's attacks and they're very good this season. They're attacking wise, so it was important that we had a strong defense, which is exactly what we had. Let's move into wingbacks now, starting with Emerson Royal.
I'm gonna rate him a 7.25.
I'm gonna give him a 7.
Emerson was also pretty bright today. He had some shaky moments, lost possession in sometimes, but other than that, he was pretty decent.
He found himself in a lot of space, a lot of the game. Usually it was a case of the teammates not finding him. Kane couldn't get that pass that he wanted to. Hojbjerg couldn't loft the pass over exactly the way he wanted to. He was fine in collecting the ball and going forward, but it's just the final ball every time, that cross. He just puts too much power on it sometimes. It's like he gets too excited.
Yeah.
And just kind of launches it.
He needs to kind of loft the cross, make it like float in the air a little more.
Just calm down.
Yeah.
Wait a second, because you've got all that space, and just loft across in.
Like he whips it in.
Yeah, he whips it. So like sometimes it's kind of helpful. But let's move on to the other wingback coming in for Ivan Perisic, Ryan Sessegnon.
I'm gonna rate Ryan Sessegnon a 7.25.
I'm going to give him a 7.25 as well. He's learning from Perisic very clearly.
Of course, those quick snapshot corners, he pulled one off today.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't the most successful one, but he started to do it. I think he learned that from Perisic.
Yeah, definitely. But he's getting better and better every game. And that loan to Hoffenheim, it was such a big morale boost for him, for Ryan Sessegnon. It was such a physicality boost, mental boost. And it's
at the beginning when we bought him, and I saw him play a couple times, I thought he was just, he wasn't very good.
Like
it felt like he wasn't built for the Premier League.
It looked like he was a championship player.
Yeah.
He was just like there.
But after his loan to Hoffenheim, he got experience, he got play time, and more stuff like that. He got much more physical.
So his injury
and also
chances
a better
much
haircut.
Less. And a better haircut, yeah. I like his haircut now. But he's just getting better and better so much. And I think we spent like 25 million on him. So I think it's starting slowly
now it's
to
worth
pay
the
off.
money.
Yeah.
Now it's worth
because
the money.
I think he's going to become an excellent wingback. Moving into midfield, let's start with goal scorer Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg.
I'm going to rate Hojbjerg an 8.5.
I'm going to give him an 8.5 as well. Took his goal incredibly.
Yeah. Just passed into the corner. So composed when he's finishing.
The little 1-2 with Richarlison.
Yeah, that was great.
Beautiful. But just really good throughout the whole game. Kept his head, passes, especially I loved at the end of the game. He's got this ability to just pass the ball calmly. He knows where to go. He knows not to take too many risks, but he knows to go forward when he can.
Yeah.
And that's a very important skill, especially at the end of the game.
He has really good decision making.
Yeah, that's very important for a midfielder to have. So it's clear why Real Madrid wanted him.
Yeah, very clear.
Let's move on to his midfield partner, Rodrigo Bentancur.
I'm going to rate Bentancur a 7.25. Or no, 7.75, sorry.
7.75 for me as well.
Bentancur, just like Pierre, good decision making at the end, really calm and composed on the ball. It's like he's making passes effortlessly.
Yeah, sometimes a little slow on the ball when he needs to be quicker. Like when he's caught out, like I think we saw this especially against Chelsea, where he got caught out
where he chopped Kai Havertz's ankles.
Yeah, but the just losing the ball, he needs to be quicker there.
Yeah.
And he can be quick. I think he's just a little slow. That's, I think, his only drawback to his game. Otherwise, he's an excellent midfielder. And Hojbjerg-Bentancur, that midfield partnership, has held us up so well this season.
They're so consistent.
And today it really paid off because we were just forcing every attack. We could have scored 10.
We could have scored a lot.
Yeah. Because Son missed 2. Sessegnon had 2 chances. Richarlison had 2 goals. Could have been goals. Hojbjerg had another chance. I think Emerson probably had 1. So we had so many chances. Kane had 1 or 2. So we had a lot. Dier had that one. The one that he skied. So we had a lot of chances.
Last year, we took our chances so much better than we did this season. But this season, we're actually creating more.
Chances,
we're creating much more.
Let's move into the front 3. Starting with the newcomer to the side, Richarlison.
I'm going to rate him an 8.
I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Incredible today. That acrobatic little half volley that hit the post, that was a great shot. He hit it so nicely. Too bad it hit the post, though.
We were screaming. Our heads had come fully off. We were
especially for Richarlison's goal that was disallowed.
Because he just deserves to score so much.
He needs a goal.
He's such a good player.
He's work rate and he's just so much energy. He brings so much energy to the squad.
And we've seen that against Chelsea. That was important. Chelsea was important because that's the only reason we got that second goal. Let's move on to the other winger, Heung-min Son.
I'm going to rate him a 7.25.
I'm going to give him a 7.25 as well.
Again, Son's still trying to find his feet in the Premier League. Hit the post once, missed a couple chances. I think he's starting to find his feet in creating chances and stuff like that. Yeah. But he still needs to work on his finishing.
Yeah.
He's starting to get back in form, though.
He's slowly getting back to his usual golden boot self. He got the chances today. He took the chances. He looked better. He was making, those classic runs that we know he can make. But he just could not find that final touch, the final finish.
The final finish.
Yeah, he could not find it, which I hope it comes in the next game because we'll need it as we go into that period of time when we play Leicester, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. I think that's coming
up next weekend.
September.
After Marseille.
So, and Champions League is starting, so it's going to be very important for him to find his feet again. Last on the team sheet, striker and someone who certainly knows his finishing, Harry Kane.
I'm going to rate him a 7.75.
7.75 for me too. His playmaking today was the star of his...
Really good, yeah.
Very good today.
Took his finish pretty well, just a regular striker tap-in.
Yep. Beautiful work by Sessegnon, though.
Yeah.
Deserved an assist, but I don't think it counts, unfortunately. But Kane with a classic striker's finish, a poacher finish. Playmaking was excellent today, constantly dropping back, finding those balls for Sessegnon, Emerson, Richarlison, Son. And then Conte made the right decision by taking him off shortly after his goal to bring on Kulusevski and give him a little break because...
Wednesday, Champions League.
I'm so excited. I've mentioned it like 4 times in this video, but the excitement is unreal. We're finally back in the premier competition of Europe, and we have a chance. We have a chance to get to the quarters,
we have
the
the
semis,
squad
the finals.
depth. We have the squad depth to do it.
Kane is firing. Son will be firing soon. We've got Richarlison. We've got players who are eager to play in the Champions League. So this is going to be a big, big year for Tottenham Hotspur. But that's it for our player ratings. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoy our content. Comment down below who your man of the match was. And until next time.
Come on, you Spurs!